Right, hello again, welcome to the first video of 2026. I have not done any gardening since beginning of October. I have been really ill. I spent most of the time in bed. I'm starting to feel a lot better now, but on the downside I've got a lot of gardening to do now to catch up. So in the first video I'm doing today, it's mainly just going to be cleaning up. As you can see, we've still got bits there from the new guttering and doors we had to put on the garage, so we've got to do that. I've got to cut the lawns because they're all overgrown, generally tidy up, sort this lot out because nobody else was doing it while I was off ill. So we're going to start, we'll cut the lawns first, get the edgings trimmed, then we're going to start over there, get that dug over, ready for planting some veggies, get this lot sorted out and dug over again, ready for more veggies. Same there, and all the way down that side. Get it all ready and sort this patio bit out, get it de-weeded and stuff. And then I've got to lift the house up here, got more sand to go down so it's deeper for the kids. What else have we got? Got to do the front driveway because it's been taken over by a few weeds now. Still need to find a way of stopping these bloody moles because they end up causing a lot of damage. These mold repellents don't seem to be doing anything. So we're going to come all the way down here. I have decided this area here is going to be where I do a lot of my work. What I want to do, so I'm going to build a homemade smelt furnace which is going in here, and then I want an area to do my concreting, making my concrete plant pots and that sort of stuff. So I've got to redig all this lot over, level it out a bit, same on this side. Got sand to go down on top of the patio for the pool. We've now got the pads to go under the pool, we laid, and we've finally got the pool after the last one we had to send back because it had a tear in it. So that'll be going up, that'll be sorted out, that'll be gone. It all kind of got hit by the big heavy winds we had just before Christmas and it completely destroyed it. The other one's perfectly fine, but that's the potting shed, that was just to old bits and bobs, so we'll take that down. I've got the bit to do between this tree and the wall, but as you can see my wall's still standing, so I'm chuffed with that. There's Rachel! Look, Rachel! So we'll get that done. We've got to level this lot off behind here. Get this lot levelled up here. I'm going to be stripping the green wire down and using it in my concrete pots, give it a bit of strength, you know, a bit like rebar. That's starting to break down quite nicely, so we'll sort some more of that out. We've got to sort these branches out, which I have an idea for those, which we'll go into at some point. And I think that's pretty much it for now. And obviously paint my wall. My wall's solid, man. I'm well chuffed from my first bricklaying attempt to be still standing. So, like I said, it's a lot of clean up to begin with. Needs to dry up a little bit more because then I can burn all this cardboard. Got lots of sand, mainly because the building company dropped a bollock. I ordered 1 bag of sand and for some reason they sent me 2, but only charged me for the 1, so I'm not complaining. But yeah, so, and I have now decided what I'm doing in this area here, but I'm not going to tell you yet. It'll go from here that way a little bit to probably somewhere around about here. And as for this patio, when I've got it all sorted out and cleaned up, ready to go, I'm putting some outdoor speakers in there with, you know, like the disco lights. Having some of them on there, some seated areas, so we can play music, maybe put an outdoor TV screen so we can watch like movies and stuff out there. And I'm also going to be using it for my exercise bike, so I can ride along with the stages of the Grand Tours, which I do quite often. And I'm going to be learning yoga, so plenty to do. Oh yeah, and sort this path out. So just for now I'm going to get on with the lawn mowing. I am going to record it, but it'll be speeded up a hell of a lot, so let's get on with it. So far so good. First side done. Now we'll go over to that side and move the stuff over and then mow it. And that's done then. Then after that we're going to start digging over the bit by the garage. That bit over there and this bit down here in the beds, so that'll be the next after I've cut that side down. Not too bothered about the bordering at the minute, I can do that anytime. Once I remember where I put my new strimmer away, because I bought some the other day and I put them down and I can't find them. So I've got to go on a treasure hunt, so I should be back shortly. Right, that's the mowing done. Now to start the digging to the side of the garage, which is the bit just over there. I will move the camera for now, but just like good old British workmen, I've done a bit. Now a cup of tea. Got to have the cup of tea. Right, here we go with the first bit of digging. I bet across, all the way across there. Hopefully it shouldn't be too difficult because the weeds seem to come up easy by hand and the ground is very wet, so it should be alright. Coming along quite nicely. It's getting there. Well, that's that I dug over. Oh, there's the robin. All the time I was doing the garden last year, he was around. And the ugly blackbird, but I think the blackbird's all grown up now and looks quite nice, but he was well ugly. But anyway, that's dug over. I've got to rake it a bit now, and then we're on to the first bed. So far so good. Right, time to get Rachel out. This is Rachel, nearly 30 years old. Let's do some work. Here we go, bit of raking. That's that bit of raking done. Now we'll get ready to move on that. But before I do that, I'm going to take 10 minutes. You're going to have to excuse me for a minute. I can hear a woman crying coming from the cemetery, but very loud, like she's hurt or something. So I'm just going to go and quickly check. Right, so I went and had a look. It wasn't anything serious. According to the bloke I spoke to, it was just his wife overreacting. So make of that what you will. It's always good to check, because the last time I heard that, it was an old woman who had fallen over and hit her head on the gravestone. So well, better safe than sorry. Right, you might hear some buzzing, humming noise on the video camera. I've got to plug it in and run it off the mains, because the batteries are draining every about half an hour and the battery's drained. So it's a bit, I don't know, the swings and roundabouts. Run it off the mains and it runs all the time and I can record constantly, or run it off the battery, but then I only get about half an hour and then I have to let it charge up again and then I have to stop, and so I don't know, it's a pain in the bloody arse. You'd have thought that by now the technology would make it so cameras don't make that noise when they're using the power supply, but there you go. Maybe I should better make a camera, save some pennies up and get like an actual proper video camera. You know, like a Sony or something. This was cheap, it was only 50 quid off Amazon, but I've had it for 5 years now. So, it hasn't been a bad camera. Alright, so that's that bit done. So, dug that over, raked it, dug that bit over and raked it, mowed that side, mowed this side. So far so good. Yeah. Next, that lot over there. That lot I can only use my hands and the hoe, because there's a lot of things in there what we're keeping and we don't want to disturb them by digging them up with a fork. So I've got a rough idea where they are, but we shall see. So that's next, and then we're on the big stretch down the side. It's not as bad as it usually is, because usually it's covered in brambles and stinging out holes and things halfway up the bloody fence, but not this year. So we'll get on with that. So got to reposition the camera now. Alright, first things first, tidying up time. I've removed the lights already, so get rid of all the crap next. Alright, time to play with the hoe. Hopefully she won't charge too much, but you never know nowadays. Yeah. This one's a bit harsh on the old back, but I'm starting to feel it a bit now. Not quite done, but it's getting there. Need to go get a bucket or something to put all this crap in. Ooh, I know. Yeah, I've got it. Hang on. This is good. So, another battery's about to die, and I haven't got any more charged up. If you hear the humming on the video, sorry, there's not a lot I can do about it. I'm going to use my bike trailer to cover up the weeds and stuff, because the wheelbarrow's full, and to be honest I can't be asked to go down the bottom of the garden and empty it to come back up. So when I start again I won't be doing it tomorrow, because like I said I've got doctors and opticians and dentists and car MOT, so many bloody things. And then when I come back, probably Friday, all the way down that side. Shouldn't take much to do. Right down that very bottom near the big tree, got to come 6 fence posts this way and mark it off. That's where we're planting cabbages this year. And this bit up here I think is where we're putting potatoes, and the bit I've already dug over is going to be carrots, onions, beetroots, that sort of stuff. So I'm just going to give the camera a little bit, see if I can't get a bit of charge on this battery before I start again. So cup of tea time. Right, so I've done over to there, about there, but that's it, I'm done for today. I can't do any more now. It's starting to get to me. So I'm going to knock it on the head and take it up the next time, which I think is going to be Friday. Good start, good start.